Havoc, how did that come about?
Oh, Havoc was another one. You know, Havoc was already a friend of Black Moons and stuff. You know, so they ran together. But Prodigy actually took me to get my first car I ever had. He took me to Queens. This guy named Toby, used car, and he sold me this car, a Lexus ES. I remember and shit. So you know, I used to talk to Prodigy all the time about getting a beat from Hav, and he used to say, "Yeah, you're gonna do it." Never happened though. You know what I'm saying? So I hollered at. I knew a girl from Loud, Charlene Thomas. You know what I'm saying? And she hollered at Havoc for me, and she said, "Strain wants a beat bad from you." And Havoc hit us up, and he was like, "Yo, I got it for you, man." And he sent me some shit, and that was it. He even came to the studio, laid a verse down. I didn't even know he was gonna do that. And I think Buck made that happen because Buck was at the studio with us, actually.
Okay.
So I think Buck, that's the reason why he laid the verse down. Buck was there and shit, and you know, them two was tight. So
yeah,
I was more tight with P. I knew Have a little bit, but I used to see P a lot in some places and shit.
Now, did the spot that Prodigy took you to buy the car, was that the used car lot and you had to pay cash? Because I remember hearing about that. He bought
Yeah, you had to pay cash, man. But Toby had everything, any car you would want, man.
Yeah, because
What up, Tobe?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I said, what up, Tobe?
Yeah, so that always made me wonder if those cars were all the way straight, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, who knows? Back then, man, who cares, man?
Right.
You just wanted to ride.
Well, it worked.
Yeah.
So then later, of course, you have That's What's Up and the Game single. So what led to that, and what led to Walk Through Pickett and Chris Not Coming?
Those songs was made, like I told you, the first time I said I went out with Drew by ourselves, it was just me and Drew. That's What's Up and the Game. Those songs came from there.
Okay. And then
that's before I went with Louie and Dog. I just went out there with Drew to meet the producers. I met Little John and his manager and all this stuff. And we did those songs like that night.
So then why didn't you end up just putting out a whole bunch of solo stuff or do a lot more?
That was the plan at first. But then I just didn't know, man. I didn't know what direction I was going in, man. It was a lot going on with the Biggie stuff at that time. So I didn't even know if I was gonna be like in that same circumstance, in the same crew with the same people at that time. You know what I mean? So that's what kind of threw that off.
Now with the Biggie stuff, you talking about the Soundboy Burial video fallout or what?
No, the No Fear, all that stuff, man.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And how did you see that affecting your guys' career?
It kind of did, because it was like they had a lot more people on their side and stuff. They knew a lot more, had a lot more connections, shit like that. You know, and we were shooting ourselves in the foot a lot too, because we would do a lot of stupid shit too, man, and get like banned from Hot 97, shit like that. So.
And how did that, like, what did you learn from that process?
Well, I ain't really learned nothing from it, because you always see something different when you're older than when you're younger. But when I was younger, I was a hothead. So, you know what I'm saying? I only thought one way. So if I thought something was disrespectful, it was disrespectful. That's all.
Right. And was it just gradual, or did something happen to like make you really change to where you didn't like look and think that way anymore?
You just got to look at everything from a lot of different perspectives sometimes, man. You know, sometimes we think people disrespect us. It's not disrespect. You know what I mean? Some people just don't know no better. We don't know what's going on, you know, in other people's lives or stuff like that. So,
yeah, a lot of stuff in life is about.
I just give a fuck a lot more now than I did before. Not about a lot, but about what I give a fuck about.
So what do you give a fuck about now?
I give a fuck about people, family.
Okay. And with that,
I'm not out here chasing the bag and shit,
Well, that's good. People get
Right.
blinded when they do that a lot of the time. So what are you working on that you want to tell people about?
Oh, I'm working on I got an artist named Squeeze De Niro, man. It's dope out of Hollis, Queens, man. Working on this group called The Outfit. And I got a chick named Puda Peretti I'm working with right now too. Me and Rock about to put out a project that we working on right now. We like 3 songs deep. We actually in the studio right now.
Okay. And what's going to be kind of the vibe and the goal for that project?
Knowing Rock is just going to be like a lot of rapping. A lot of rapping.
Right. Yeah. So with all that to be said, artistically, what do you get out of being a rapper now? Like, what's still exciting to you about it?
Just creating, turning something from nothing to something, listening to a beat that's plain, putting something on it, making it something dope. You know what I mean? Just creating.
Okay. And who else from Duck Down are you still collaborating with a lot?
Well, I collaborate with everybody from Duck Down.
Okay. Cool. Are they
Smith and Wesson was just in the studio last week.
So they all going to be on your and Rock's album then?
I don't know about that, but possibly,
Okay.
But it's fresh. It's only like 2-3 songs deep, so I don't know.
And what made you guys want to do it?
Well, me and Rock hang out a lot. Me and Rock got a podcast together. When Rock is in the studio, I'm in the studio, mostly in his sessions and stuff, but mostly just smoking and just giving my 2 cents and shit. So on our podcast, a lot of people put comments in sometimes. They want to hear this, they want to hear that. And not only that, I just think it would be dope too, man.
I'm about to say, man, we've been talking about doing an album together way longer.
But really, we've been talking about it like when Sean P was alive, like we was gonna do this joint called OHS, the original Helter Skelter, and we never did it. So that too.
Yeah. Okay. And with original Helter Skelter, obviously a lot of people talk about Sean Price on a regular basis, even today. Like for you, how did he affect you artistically and personally?
Oh man, he the reason for everything. Him and Rock, like listen, let me tell you a story. I started rapping. I had a partner called MS, right? MS was dope, man. I used to go to MS. I used to have a job at Roy Rogers. I used to come from work. I used to call MS. MS, let's go make this song, man. And we used to put the tape recorder on and we used to have the headphones on and talk through it and try to put it on the tape and shit. We used to practice every day. I ran into these guys, Helter Skelter, before they Helter Skelter. They just Sean and Jamal and shit. But these guys to me was like the dopest. Like
we was already rocking rock.
They was the dopest to me. You know what I'm saying? I heard these niggas rap. I was intimidated. To me, these guys was like Das Effects, but better. You know what I mean? Because Das Effects and shit was out back then. I'm like, yo, these guys was like, so their opinion meant a lot to me. So I ain't really rap around a lot of niggas. So I rap for these niggas, and I wasn't too sure of myself. And these niggas like, yo, listen, you all right, Strang? Well, I wasn't even Strang. What was my name?
You were Strang.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you was.
My name was J Mick, man, all right?
Not when me and Rock ran up on you.
At MS? With MS.
Your name was Jack.
We was live and direct, remember?
You was J Mick.
Yeah, I wasn't Strang with MS.
So, no, go ahead.
All right, listen. Anyway, these niggas made me cut my partner off because they say he was dope, but he wasn't believable. You know what I'm saying? But the best advice they gave me, and they was like, Strang, they say, you have a dope personality. They said, put your personality into your music. And that's what they said. And that's what I did. And I've been comfortable with it ever since, yo. And that's the dopest thing Rock and Sean Price ever told me. Man.
Well, that's a good advice. So how do you look at your own personality? What is it?
Well, listen, I don't really look at my own personality. I could just tell you what I hear, you know what I'm saying? But I think I have a dope personality. I think I'm honest. I think I'm fair. You know what I mean? But you can ask a lot of people in here right now. I don't know, man. What y'all think, man?
He's a piece of shit.
But yeah, I think I have a good personality, man.
Well, that's good. Okay.
That's just what I think, though, you know?
Right. Okay. All right, well, before we bounce to Rang, anything else you wanted to add?
I just want to add, like I said, Squeeze De Niro, Solid Ice LLC. Look out for the Monster Monday podcast on Mondays, 11 to 1 Eastern time. What's the other time, Rob?
8 to 10.
8 to 10 Western time, all right? Pacific time. Yeah, y'all figure that shit out, man. But Squeeze De Niro, Puda Peretti, Strang and Rocks, the Rang Solo, man. That's what we doing.
All right, well, there it is. Well, thanks for coming through to Unique Access. And thank you, Rock.
Ooh-ha, what up, man? Duck Dan, what up?
Be sure to check out the History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the DOC, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Fab 5 on Yo MTV Raps with NWA.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangster Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the street. You know what I mean? So it's always going to be something to talk about.
The History of Gangster Rap in stores now.